we're going to talk about graphing the equation of a line. Equations of lines can come in multiple different forms, one being slope-intercept form. This form looks exactly like this. Y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. So if you're asked to graph the line y equals 1/2 x minus 3, you know that 1/2 is your slope, which means when you go to graph, you're going to rise 1 position and run 2 to the right. And you know that -3, because it's in your b position, is your y-intercept. The y-intercept is the point at which x equals 0. So if you were to put 0 into x, this whole thing right here would become 0, and you'd be left with y equals -3, which gives you the point 0, -3. And when you start graphing lines, you want to start with your y-intercept, 0, -3. And then you're going to go from here and you're going to take your slope and you're going to rise 1, run 2 to the right. And you're going to be left with point 2, -2. And same thing, you can go down 1 and run 2 to the left to get points in the opposite direction. So if you start here and you run down 1 and run 2 to the left, you're going to be left with point -2, -4. Another form that equations can come in is point-slope form, which is this. Y minus y1 is equal to m times quantity of x minus x1. Same thing here, m is your slope, and in this case, x1, y1 is a point on the graph. So if you're given the information, slope equals 2, and the point -3, -4, if you submit it into point-slope form, you're going to get y minus -4 is equal to 2 times quantity of x minus -3. If you add your negatives, you're going to get y plus 4 is equal to 2 times quantity of x plus 3. If you apply the distributive property, you're going to get 2x plus 6 on the right side of the equation. And you want to get y by itself, like down here, so you're going to subtract 4 from the left side and the right side to even out the equation. So you're going to get y equals 2x plus 2, and that's the equation that you graph. So again, start with your y-intercept, 2, 0, and in this case, you're going to rise 2, run 1, and same thing, you're going to go down 2, run 1, and that's how you graph some lines.